This interview is brought to you by the Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. Radio Rahim with Trainer of the Year, Robert Garcia. You know, Robert, we don't get to talk that much, but you're so busy. You know, this year, being named Trainer of the Year, having so many epic battles. Talk to me about what it's like to be at this point in your career.
Well, you know, we just have to take advantage of every moment of it. Right now, I'm fortunate to have the fighters that I have, work with the managers that I work with the promoters that I work, and Golden Boy and Top Rank. It's just awesome to be in this situation right now. Honestly, never really expected it, but I think hard work pays off. I have a great team, great fighters, so I'm very happy to be in this position.
You know, I think with the fights that have happened last year and the ones that we see on the horizon, you're starting to become a household name yourself. I mean, obviously the famed Freddie Roach was Trainer of the Year, I think, 6 times in a row, but some people thought you could have even won it in previous years. Do you feel like at this point, compared to other trainers, do you have the best stable? Like your stable itself, for its namesake, is starting to become famous.
Well, you know, there's other great trainers. I'm not competing to beat nobody's record or to win it again. You know, that's not my way of working. I work with my fighters, with my team, and all I want is them to do a great job, for them to believe in me and for them to be in great shape. If this year happens again, then I'm more than happy. 2-3 more years, you know, it doesn't matter if maybe previous years I should have got it. It doesn't really affect me. I'm just doing my best with my fighters, my team, and as long as they're happy and they keep fighting and winning, and they don't choose to go anywhere else, I'm happy with that.
The camaraderie in your camps, the atmosphere that's around you when your fighters are around, it feels like family. It feels beyond just professional. How do you create that kind of atmosphere? And when it comes even to Brandon, is that, with your relationship with Brandon, even more special than the rest? It seems more personally.
It always is fun in my gym, and at first, I know a few years ago I was getting a lot of criticism, people saying that I wasn't taking it serious and that I wasn't doing a great job, but you know, little by little, I started proving everybody wrong. With Brandon, you know, my relationship is just, you know, he's like my little brother. You know, we've been together for many years already, and he listens, he believes in me, he still does what I tell him to do, he still follows instructions, and that's the most important thing. And with all my other fighters, I have, you know, the similar relationship, not like Brandon, because you know, he's like my little brother, but everybody else, we've become really good friends. I know them personally. We do stuff outside of the ring also. We do a lot of things with the family, so that's one thing. That's the way I like to do it. You know, not only become their trainer, but also become their friends.
When it comes to Nonito Donaire, he seems to have such a different approach necessarily than Brandon, like his attitude, the way he goes about this sport. How is it for you when you go from camp to camp dealing with the different personalities and approaches, but yet getting the same results, getting wins?
You know what, with Nonito, it's you know, he's a businessman. He's got his wife that's doing a great job there. They're very smart, but when I come in, they're also family, and they also love me being around. I love being around them. You know, they have great training camps. Nonito is, you know, he also likes to have fun. You know, a lot of people might not know that, but he likes to have fun also during training. Inside, outside of the ring, you know, we don't, like I told you, you know, I don't just see my fighters in the gym, but we also do stuff outside of the ring, and Nonito likes to have fun. So, you know, it's Brandon, Maidana, Margarito, you know, Mikey, everybody is a lot similar, because they know the trainer that they have is close to their age, and I'm not too strict with them. You know, I allow them to do stuff like that.
You know, this Nonito Donaire Rigondeaux fight is one that the fans had been calling for, and obviously everybody wanted Mares more, but this was not a bad call either. Do you think that this is going to be Donaire's toughest challenge?
You know what? It's a great fight on paper. Rigondeaux is a great champion, 2-time Olympian, but I don't think it's going to be the toughest. You know, we thought Montiel was going to be the toughest, then look at what happened. So this thing, we could have the same thing again. Nonito is in tremendous shape. He's got tremendous skills, tremendous speed, and tremendous power to end it in 1 or 2 rounds if he can. It could go later into the later rounds, but I have no doubt that Nonito is going to be very prepared and convincingly win the fight.
And assuming that does happen, what do you think are the chances that a Brandon Rios and Abner Mares fight can get hammered out?
Okay, you mean Nonito Donaire and Abner Mares?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I don't, you know, the fact that they both fight for different promoters, now fight for different networks, it's going to be probably impossible to make that fight happen, but it's a fight that we would love to see. I would love to have, because I think Rigondeaux is a little bit more difficult than Abner Mares for Nonito. But which one sells more? I think Abner Mares would sell more, and they would make a lot more money. So I would love it, but it's probably something that we will never see.
And turning, lastly, if you got enough time for a couple questions for Rios, obviously this is the second time out. Rios does the same thing every time because he wants to. He tells me that that's the way he fights and he ain't going to change it. But you, being a trainer of the year, are probably trying to make subtle adjustments to maybe make the fight a little easier. Can you share any of those with me?
No, Brandon loves to fight, and Brandon loves to go into wars. He's done it every single fight, and there's nothing we could change. We could add a little things and that are gonna help us, and we did for this fight. But eventually it's gonna be a war, and that's what Brandon wants.
Okay, all right. Radio Rahim with Trainer of the Year, Robert Garcia.